dolls! So, I know a lot of YouTubers are doing this little story time series on their channels where they just basically come on YouTube and say a story, just like tell a fun story. And I'll be completely honest, you can call me a copier if you want, I don't care, but I was really inspired by some fellow YouTubers to maybe do this series and just kind of see what you guys think of it. And I figured that I would start this one off by telling you guys about how I almost got attacked by a bear because it happened just recently and it's still kind of fresh in my mind and everything, and I did want to share this story with you guys. I did share it with some people on Periscope already, but you guys on YouTube haven't heard it yet. So, once upon a time, I'm just kidding. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, it was October 2nd through the 6th, I believe, I went camping with my boyfriend and some of his friends, and we literally, when we went camping, it was in the forest, in a tent, you know, like traditional camping. It was our last night there. It was the 5th and we were leaving the 6th, and it was that night. And my boyfriend and I were getting ready to go to sleep, and it was only probably like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and it was freezing. It was like 20 degrees in the mountains, and we didn't have like a heater or anything like that, so we literally had to just keep warm by snuggling in a sleeping bag, like just like, you know? So we were just like laying there like huddled trying to get warm before we fell asleep. We had our head under the covers, and we were just like kind of freezing, and then we started to like get warm, and then all of a sudden I heard this noise outside of the tent on my side, and it was like a little like digging at the dirt or like rustling at the ground type noise, just like a little scratching, and I was like, what is that? You know, like I didn't say anything really loud. I was just like listening, like, what is that? You know, what is that? And I told Alan, I was like, what is that? And he's like, I don't know. Shh. He's like, stay quiet, stay quiet. Well, at first I just thought it was a deer because I have been camping since I was about 2 years old. My family would go camping and stuff, and when I used to go tent camping, we would have deer just come in and out of camp all the time, and so I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought it was a deer, you know, whatever. I was like, okay, well, I grew up with this. I'm not scared, whatever. Well, and then I heard it lick its chops, and by that I mean I hear it go like really like loud, and it sounds like it didn't sound like a deer licking its chops. It sounded like a big animal, like and it was so loud, like it was literally right outside the tent, probably like this far away from the tent, and I was like, what is that? Because I knew at that point it was not a deer. Well, I just kept telling myself, okay, it's a deer, Amanda, just relax, it's a deer. And I wasn't really freaking out too badly, but my heart was still starting to race a little bit. I don't even know how I ended up doing this, but my boyfriend and I, we literally just held hands, and together we said a prayer, just ever so quietly, and we just basically asked God to keep us safe in that time of need, and whatever happened, to give us the strength to overcome it. And I instantly felt relief. Like I instantly felt calm. And then I heard the little rustling around noise one more time. And then I didn't hear it for about 5 or 10 minutes after that. And so I was like, okay, I'm calm. I'm just gonna go to sleep. And I don't know how I managed to do this. I must have been super tired or something. But I have to wear earplugs when my boyfriend stays over or when we're sleeping because he snores horrendously. Like, it sounds like a lion. So I have to wear earplugs when sleeping because otherwise I can't sleep. So I just put in my earplugs and I was like, okay, I'm not even going to listen to the sound. I'm going to put these in so I can't hear anything, and then I'm going to go to sleep. And so I rolled over and I passed out. I fell asleep. We woke up the next morning and I was talking with my boyfriend, and he told me that he stayed up for about 2 hours after I went to sleep, and he said he never heard the sound again that whole time that he was awake, but he felt that he needed to protect me or like defend me and stuff, which I thought was really super cute. But so I was brushing my hair or whatever and changing my clothes, and I was like, okay, well, I want to go out and see if I can't see any tracks or any signs of a bear or an animal being out there. So I went out to go like look for little deer droppings or tracks or whatever, and this might be TMI for you guys, but in all actuality, I was looking around for tracks and I couldn't find any tracks. There was no tracks. I didn't see any. And right next to our tent, probably this far away, there was a fresh pile of feces or poop. And I was looking and I was like, no, that looks like really, really big dog poop. That's not deer poop, because deer poop is little pellets. That's not cougar poop, because cougar poop is like kind of stringy at the ends. I know that's really gross and TMI. I was just trying to figure out what animal it was. And I didn't have phone service at the time. So I waited, because we left that day, and we were driving back home, and finally we hit a point where I got phone service. And so I Googled bear feces to see what it looked like. And I Googled cougar feces, and just all these different animals like wolf, coyote, just all these different animals that could have potentially been it. And the one that came the closest to it was bear. So it was crazy. I still believe that there was a bear outside of our tent that night. And I don't know, it was just such an amazing like experience. The fact that we were able to pray together as a couple and things went safely, like we were okay. That was so much more significant to me than almost getting attacked by a bear. It was kind of terrifying at first, but in less than, I want to say, 5 minutes, I felt so calm and so relaxed, and just like I felt God's presence just there. And I think that, I don't know, just praying with my boyfriend just really helped. And I don't know, if you guys are religious, just please, please, please remember God is always there, and you can always turn to Him, regardless what the situation may be. And yeah, I guess that's just my story. I'm not going to talk too much, but if you guys do want to hear more story times, let me know in the comments below. And maybe my next story time can have like a theme to it, like a story time from school or from my favorite vacation, or, you know, just random things like that. I hope this video was kind of exciting to start my story time series with. Let me know. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys in my next video. So until then, so long, stay strong, stay true, and be you. Okay, bye!